Headless Horseman. The Headless Horseman is a fictional character that has been used as a theme since the Middle Age by mythologies such as Celtic or Germanic, although its international popularity increased thanks to Washington Irving. Short story The Legend of Sleepy Hollow, written in 1820. Irish mythology. One of the earliest references is to be found in the Irish Dullahan, belonging to the Irish Faeric kingdom and one that is particularly active in the counties of Sligo and Down. It is a headless creature usually mounted on a black horse, carrying its head under its wreathed arm with a horrible smile from ear to ear, and with small black eyes. It is said that near midnight on feast days or nights, this wild rider can be observed in the darkness of the Irish fields carrying its head, which shines brightly with the phosphorescence of putrefying matter, and which it uses as a lantern. The Dulan calls out a name and the named person is instantly killed. Other versions describe him riding a back chariot, but the most striking is a Scottish tale of a headless horseman named Iwan, who was beheaded in a Glen battle at Glen Cainier, the Isle of Mull. His death denied him any chance of become a chief, and, and he and his horse would appear with his head near the area where he died. Sir Gawain and the Green Knight is an English poem from the Middle Age that deals with this legend, speaking of the myth of decapitation. Germanic mythology. The earliest reference in Germanic mythology begin with the legends of the Brothers Grimm, who tell two German folk tales about a headless horseman. The first tale is set near Dresden in Saxony. In this story, a woman leaves her horse early one Sunday morning to gather acorns in a nearby forest unknown as Lost Waters. When she arrives at the spot, she hears haunting a horn, which she ignores when she hears it again. She turns around to fish a headless man in a long grey coat riding a horse of the same color. The second tale is set in Brunswick, Lower Saxony, where the headless horseman is called the Wild Hunter, who blows a horn in order to warn hunters not to travel or hunt the next day as a premonition of an accident to avoid. In some German versions of the Headless Horseman, the subject hunts down the perpetrators of capital crimes. In others, the horseman himself carries with him a pack of fierce black dogs with tongues of fire. Popularity: United States and Washington Irving. The Headless Horseman is a fiction character from the short novel The Legend of Sleepy Hollow by American writer Washington Irving. The story begins in a small town in New York State called Sleepy Hollow. During the years of the American Revolutionary War, traditional folklore holds that the Headless Horseman was a Hessian mercenary killed during the Battle of the White Plains. He was decapitated by a well-aimed cannonball, which shattered his head, which was left scattered across the battlefield. His body was collected by his battalion comrades and buried in the Old Dutch churchyard in Sleepy Hollow, from which every All Souls Eve he rears as a malevolent, furious ghost searching for his severed head.